Why motivation is a trap. What if motivation is the reason you keep failing? Every productivity video, self-help book, and Instagram quote tells you the same thing. Get motivated. But what if I told you that motivation is the exact reason you're stuck in a cycle of inconsistency, guilt, and burnout? You wait for it. You chase it. You cling to it. But like a guest that never shows up, motivation is unreliable. In this video, we're going to explore why Stoicism, an ancient philosophy built for resilience, rejects motivation and replaces it with something stronger: discipline, identity, and reasoned action. Let's unlearn the hype and learn how to move forward without needing to feel inspired. Why motivation keeps letting you down. Let's start with a hard truth. Motivation is not a strategy. It's a mood. Mood change. One day you're hyped. The next day, you feel empty. And that's normal. But here's the trap. If you build your life on emotion, your progress will rise and fall with your mood. This is why the Stoics never relied on motivation. Marcus Aurelius didn't wake up at 5 a.m. and write a journal because he was feeling it. He did it because he believed in self-examination. Because he believed in virtue, not vibes. Modern example: how many times have you bought a gym membership when you were inspired, only to stop showing up 2 weeks later? Motivation makes us believe that the beginning of action is emotion. But Stoicism teaches the beginning of action is reason. You don't act because you feel like it. You act because you decide it's right. Stoicism's answer: discipline over emotion. Discipline is doing what's necessary, even when you don't want to. Epictetus was a slave with a broken leg. He had every excuse not to live with virtue or strength. But instead of waiting for life to get easier, he trained himself to become stronger. He said, "Difficulties show a person's character. So when trouble comes, think of yourself as a wrestler, the gods matched with a tough opponent, so you can become stronger." When you replace motivation with discipline, you stop depending on emotion, and you start depending on identity. Don't be the person who feels motivated. Be the person who shows up, tired, uninspired, sore, bored, and still shows up. Discipline isn't rigid. It's freeing. It frees you from needing everything to feel perfect. It frees you from being a slave to moods. It frees you from guilt because you know you did the thing even when it was hard. Habits are stronger than hustle. Here's something practical. You don't need motivation to form a habit. You need a system. Systems are how you remove friction from your goals. Let's say you want to journal every day. Don't wait to feel reflective. Instead, set a specific time after breakfast. Keep the journal on your desk. Write one sentence, even if it's, "I don't know what to write." The key isn't how good it is. The key is that you showed up. James Clear says,
"You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems."
The Stoics would agree. You don't become wise by hoping to be wise. You become wise by practicing wisdom daily. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. But it's sustainable. How to train like a Stoic. Here's a Stoic habit you can adopt today. The premeditation of adversity. Premeditatio malorum. Before your day begins, imagine the obstacles ahead. What if I don't feel like working today? What if I get rejected? What if I fail? And then remind yourself, these things are not problems. They are the training ground. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Translation? What gets in your way is the path forward. You don't wait to feel like overcoming. You prepare to overcome even before the challenge appears. That's what separates you from the average person. They wait for the mood. You prepare for the moment. Who do you want to be? Let's get real. Do you want to be someone who only acts when life is easy? Or someone who shows up even when life is brutal? The Stoics teach, character is built under pressure, not when you're inspired, but when you're exhausted, doubting, afraid. And yet, you act with reason and courage anyway. When you act in alignment with your values, that is peace. That is freedom. That is Stoic success. And ironically, that's when motivation finds you. Not before you act, but because you acted. Closing thought. So the next time someone says, "You just need motivation," smile and say, "No thanks. I have something better. Discipline, character, purpose." You are not here to chase a mood. You're here to become someone unshakable. You already know who you want to become. Now, live like it.